Roach didn't back down.
At all. At all. And did you see the size difference in the ring? Obviously, Roach being, being the bigger man, but
Roach came up. Roach normally fights at 130. He came up to 135.
Hopefully, after I win, I can defend both. I want to unify, or, if we do a rematch, then we could do that.
Everybody's trying to protect that O. Ain't nobody want to take no chances. Because they feel now if I take a chance, I lose. Ocho, my career.
ESPN analysts criticized Gervonta "Tank" Davis for refusing a rematch with LamontRoach, and it's not looking good for him. Fans were excited to see Davis back in the ring to prove he's a true champion, but now many are starting to think he might be avoiding a real challenge. Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe didn't hold back and called him out for not acting like a real champion. With the boxing world talking and fans demanding answers, Davis is under pressure. Did he just avoid a fight that...
Saying that the fact that I do watch him fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really like boxing.
Are you open to immediate rematch?
In my contract, immediate rematch was signed. I signed for the immediate rematch when I signed for the first fight.
Right.
Just in case he lost or just in case it was a draw.
So when you got a rematch clause, how long we taking?
It's up to the A side and when they want to fight. So I'm thinking it's going to be soon. I'm hoping it's going to be soon. Let's say that.
What is soon to you? When you say soon to me, I'm thinking a month.
I'm thinking July.
Could have defined his legacy. The fight between Davis and Roach was highly anticipated, with fans expecting Davis to show his dominance. However, things didn't go as planned. Roach performed better than expected and gave Davis a tough challenge throughout the fight. The key moment came in the 9th round when Davis unexpectedly took a knee. He later said it happened because hair grease got into his eyes and affected his vision, a claim that sparked controversy and doubt. The referee didn't call it a knockdown, which led to a lot of debate. ESPN analysts strongly criticized Davis's performance and questioned what really happened in the 9th round. They doubted his explanation and raised concerns about his focus and preparation. Stephen A. Smith said that in boxing, distractions can cost you and real champions need to be fully prepared mentally and physically. Max Kellerman added that the incident brings up serious questions about Davis's training and attention to detail.
LamontRoach, brother fought one hell of a fight. This was a damn close fight. Gervonta taking a knee should have been a knockdown. Either way, Roach has skills, fought his ass off, deserves nothing but respect. He earned the boxing world's attention tonight. He has mine. Thought he'd be too small. I was wrong.
Stephen A. Smith shared his concerns about Roach being at a size disadvantage against Davis. He said, "I think Roach is too small. That's my issue. I'm not questioning his skills or anything like that." Other boxing experts agreed, including former interim WBC lightweight champion Ryan Garcia, who said, "I don't think Roach has the power to keep Tank off him. He has great skills."
3 fights taking place Saturday night at the Barclays Center in New York City between Gervonta "Tank" Davis and LamontRoach. Gary Russell versus Jose Valenzuela, and Sandor Martin versus Alberto Puello. Gervonta Davis uses knocks somebody out inside of 85 punches because he's clearly capable of that. But I just see this as being a kind of fight where he's going to have to run him down. He's going to have to walk him down, rather, and he's going to have to throw some punches before he ultimately catches him. And that's how I view it. So I'm going to go with more on this particular one.
But I don't think he really has a chance. LamontRoach Jr. has made it clear that he wants a rematch with Gervonta "Tank" Davis after their controversial majority draw on March 1st at Brooklyn's Barclays Center. One judge scored the fight 115-113 for Davis, while the other two had it even at 114-114. A key moment happened in the 9th round when Davis took a knee, saying it was due to eye irritation, but referee Steve Willis didn't call it a knockdown. Roach believes that moment affected the final decision and shared his frustration, saying, "I thought I pulled it out. I definitely thought I won, but we can run it back." Davis has also shown interest in a rematch, hoping it can happen by the end of May. Both fighters seem eager to settle the score and bring a clear end to their rivalry.
Moves up and gives Tank Davis his toughest fight. I thought beating him on the inside, making him miss, putting offense behind defense after making him miss, being more active. Obviously, Tank's going to have the edge in power. Tank is going to have the edge in power strikes. I think ultimately the stats spoke to that. I don't think that this was a disaster. I think it'd be strong to call it a disaster. The fight was not great up front. The fight was not great in the middle, but it was very good. Now, not amazing, but definitely very good down the stretch. I think we can all agree with.
Despite LamontRoach Jr.'s repeated calls for a rematch after their controversial majority draw on March 1st, Gervonta "Tank" Davis has said that an immediate rematch is not part of his current plans. The fight ended with one judge scoring it 115-113 for Davis, while the other two had it even at 114-114. A key moment came in the 9th round when Davis took a knee after a jab from Roach, leading to debate about whether it should have been ruled a knockdown. Referee Steve Willis did not count it, a decision that sparked a lot of discussion. Roach's team appealed the result, asking for a review of the 9th round incident, but the New York State Athletic Commission upheld the original outcome, saying, "Both fighters must follow the referee's decision during the match." Davis gave credit to Roach's performance, but made it clear a rematch isn't his main focus right now. He hinted at having other plans, saying fans would soon see who his next opponent is. While there's been speculation about possible matchups, nothing official has been announced. Roach, disappointed by the commission's ruling, remains determined to get a rematch. He believes the rivalry is unresolved and continues to push for another fight. As both fighters move forward, the boxing world is watching closely to see if the rematch will happen or if Davis will take a different path.
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we could get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next.
What is?
You might see it in a minute.
Controversy around the fight between Gervonta "Tank" Davis and LamontRoach has grown as the New York State Athletic Commission, NYSAC, has officially started a review of the fight's outcome. According to Boxing Kingdom, technical issues caused a delay in reviewing the key moment from the 9th round when Davis took a knee. Many believe it should have been ruled a knockdown in Roach's favor, which could have changed the final result of the fight.
Been a knockdown. I thought I should have won a competitive fight. I think I did what I needed to do necessary to bank the rounds. I'm just a little frustrated with the scorecards. I thought I should have won.
The boxing community and fans had a strong reaction to the outcome of the fight. Many felt that Roach deserved the win, arguing that the missed knockdown call in the 9th round impacted the final decision. Social media was filled with debates, and hashtags like the Roach Robbed were trending. Prominent figures in boxing also shared their thoughts. Floyd Mayweather said, "Tank still got it, but that 9th round was a mess. Roach gave him a real fight. A rematch makes sense." Shakur Stevenson added, "Lamont outworked Davis, no question. That draw stinks of favoritism." After the fight, there was growing demand for a rematch between Davis and Roach. Roach expressed his desire for another fight, saying, "I definitely thought I won this fight. I went toe-to-toe with one of the best, and I proved I belong at 135. They can boo all they want, but I'm not satisfied with a draw. I want that rematch." Davis, acknowledging
He fought out on himself. The wind didn't push him and made him fall on his knees. I had to boom hit him with that right hook, hit him with that left hook, and made him fall, hit him with that body shot. Pow. I don't know, but that wasn't an official knockdown. Me, I feel like that should have been an official knockdown, but hey, I'm not a professional ref. I don't even know the rules for real. I just know, boom, don't hit nobody in the back of the head. Don't hit nobody, to keep your hands up at all times, and no low blow shots. That's all I know. But y'all, is y'all going to anticipate, they need to have a rematch. Should they have a rematch, yes or no? Y'all let me know. Should they have a rematch, yes or no? Do y'all actually even want to see the rematch, yes or no? Because me, I want to see the rematch. I need to see a rematch because, bro, this was too good of a fight for it to be a draw. Like, they should have, that same night, all right, it's a draw. We're going for 3 more rounds. 3 rounds, 1-minute rounds. Boom, we got to settle it.
Fight's controversy showed openness to a rematch, saying, "Lamont's a great fighter, but I felt I did enough. The grease in my eye threw me off, but I'll be back stronger. Let's run it back." To step away from boxing, citing the need to focus on his mental health and personal growth. the undefeated WBA lightweight champion explained that boxing has instilled in him an aggressive mindset, which he now wants to calm down, especially for the sake of his 2 daughters. While Davis acknowledged that boxing has shaped who he is, he also recognized that it has fueled emotions he no longer wants to carry. In a heartfelt statement, Davis said, "I want to do therapy. I want to get everything out of me so I'll never think about fighting again." His words reflect a deep desire for change, moving away from the warrior mentality that has defined his career. Rather than continuing to chase titles, Davis is choosing to focus on self-improvement, embracing therapy as a way to find inner peace. This decision marks a major shift for the 29-year-old fighter, who has built a reputation as one of boxing's most dominant and explosive athletes.
So if I do therapy, it will lose the fire that I have inside me. I want everything out of me where so I don't never think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry, you know what I mean? Because I have 2 girls, 2 daughters. I'm wanting to be much softer, you know what I mean? Be more humble.
By stepping away, Davis hopes to reinvent himself outside of the sport, setting an example for his children and showing that true strength comes not just from the ring, but from personal growth and emotional well-being. Majority draw between GervontaDavis and LamontRoach Jr. has caused a lot of controversy, especially because of a key moment in the 9th round. During this round, Davis took a knee voluntarily, saying it was due to eye discomfort from hair grease. However, referee Steve Willis didn't count it as a knockdown. This decision has been widely debated, as a knockdown would have given Roach a 10-8 round, which could have changed the outcome of the fight.
I must say, do it enough.
Can you describe what the feeling was like in the ring? And was it to get the towel out, to get the burn out of your eyes, or what was going on? And
I didn't want to get caught. I didn't want to get caught while my eyes was burning. And you know, like, you can get knocked out like that. So I'd rather take the knee than, you know. But I didn't really know that you can, like, get disqualified for all that. Or, like, when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But I don't know. It's cool.
The New York State Athletic Commission is now reviewing the incident, acknowledging that technical issues delayed an immediate assessment during the match. This adds to the ongoing discussion about the WBA's role in the controversial result. Mike Tyson has praised GervontaDavis's skills, saying that with continued dedication and the right decisions, Davis has the potential to become a legendary figure. While Tyson acknowledges...
I like to hit the face.
What was Mike Tyson?
He was a brawler.
Brawl means more than one person. So he knocked people out real quick. You knock people out real quick.
Yeah, but I can knock you out like...
So you saying that you can knock him out faster than Mike Tyson, probably, if it was a challenge?
Mike Tyson got power and skills. I feel as though like I have like...
Davis's talent, he also stresses the importance of making smart choices both inside and outside the ring. This advice, coming from Tyson, highlights his belief in Davis's potential and the challenges that could stand in his way. George Kambosos Jr. didn't hold back in his criticism of GervontaDavis following the controversial draw against LamontRoach Jr. Kambosos praised Roach's exceptional performance, highlighting his skill and resilience in the ring. He was especially impressed by Roach's ability to challenge Davis, something not many have been able to do. Reflecting on the fight, Kambosos questioned Davis's ability to compete against...
Look, I had just finished my recovery session, so I was pretty docile and relaxed, and then the fight, especially at the start of it, wasn't too thrilling and too action-packed, so I was starting to doze off a little bit, but I woke up a little bit more when, obviously, Lamont started giving him some work, and he looked good, man. I got to give respect to LamontRoach. He proved a lot of guys wrong. I think he shocked Tank a lot with what he was able to bring. And again, we saw the controversy with the knee. To me, that's a knockdown. You can't just take a knee and decide to, go to your corner and get your face wiped. So, yeah, if that's a 10-8 round, Lamont wins the fight. So it's, unfortunate, but that's the fight game. Hopefully they'll do it again and he gets paid, what he's worth.
Have you ever seen anything like that in boxing before? A guy sort of just voluntarily...
We've seen Floyd take a knee and be put on the count. We've seen Miguel Cotto, take a knee. Obviously,
top-tier fighters. The fight itself was surrounded, by controversy, particularly in the 9th round when Davis took a knee but wasn't credited with a knockdown. This incident sparked widespread debate, with many in the boxing community believing Roach deserved the win. Despite the controversy, Tank Davis seems more focused and determined than ever. Reports suggest that he has reconsidered his initial thoughts on retirement and is now fully committed to securing a rematch with Roach.
Tank was not playing about this rematch, man. He's looking to probably get back in the ring with Roach by the end of May. And as far as that retirement stuff, looks like that's out the window as well.
Course of your plans for your future?
Yeah, it definitely changed my plans. It definitely changed my plans. I probably got like 4 more fights now, for sure.
But I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. As much as, we hate the fact that he had a draw, I think this was the best thing for Tank. You could just kind of see, even in the press conferences and everything like that, he was kind of forcing himself to be interested. And I only know one person that can bring his interest back. Calvin is the key, man. Calvin has known Tank since he was a child. Nobody knows Tank more than Cal, man. He's the only person that I believe that can bring the best out of Tank. But what do y'all think, man? What do you think Tank needs to do differently in his next fight so he can get back to doing stuff like this, man, at the end of his fights?
Boxing analyst Showbiz the Adult has made a bold prediction about the anticipated rematch between Davis and Roach Jr., claiming that Roach will secure a knockout victory. He bases this prediction on Roach's impressive performance in their first fight, where Roach not only went the distance with Davis, but also showed resilience and skill that few have managed against the undefeated champion. The first encounter ended in a controversial majority draw, with a key moment occurring in the 9th round when Davis took a knee, saying hair grease had irritated his eyes. This incident was not ruled a knockdown by referee Steve Willis, which sparked debate within the boxing community. Showbiz the Adult dismisses Davis's explanation about the eye irritation, believing such distractions won't affect the outcome in the rematch. He argues that Roach, having already proven he can challenge Davis throughout the fight, will come into the rematch better prepared and more determined. This time, Roach aims to avoid relying on the judges' scorecards by going for a definitive knockout.
In your hair tonight, Tank, that is it. Lamont, please say that in the second fight. Any questions? You got any grease in your hair tonight, Tank? Like, you got any grease in your hair tonight, Tank? Like, hey, bruh, be on that. Because here's the thing. He never hurt Roach. Roach just waited. And Roach was squared up and turned sideways. And I'm like, oh my God. I didn't think he had that. He was like, I'm like, oh my. And then he just sitting there like, you can't. I know what you're going to do because I've trained with you since we were kids. Tarver beat Roy, but he knew Roy since amateurs. Roy said he never liked fighting sparring partners because they know you so well.
Odd interview 14. A key moment occurred in the 9th round when Davis took a knee after a jab from Roach, but referee Steve Willis did not count it as a knockdown, a decision that has been widely debated. The New York State Athletic Commission, NYSAC, later acknowledged that technical difficulties prevented the use of instant replay to review the incident.